Hello everyone, I'm Lien from Studio Kato and I'm so happy that you're joining me today for the Spellbinders Clubs of January overview. I am very excited to have been invited by Spellbinders to promote some of their clubs over the coming year, and I already had so much fun creating cards with some of the selected clubs for January. I made 7 cards. I have 5 club subscriptions here, technically maybe 6, and we'll go over them together and I'll share you some ideas. There is already a video up, a tutorial video for the small die of the month on my channel. I will leave that linked below. In 2 days there will be a tutorial video for the BetterPress of the month. And then on Saturday, maybe Friday, I will have a video for the large die of the month. So super fun. I hope you like them, and let's go over them now. Let's start with the large die of the month, which is the honeybee jar. There is an add-on, and that is what I meant with technically maybe 6 clubs. It's not entirely correct, but this is the add-on. So the honey dipper, which is a layering die, so you have 2 dies for that, and then a little drip of honey. So that is not included in the large die of the month. You can only get this if you get the Deluxe Caboodle of the month, which is such a fun name. So that is a subscription that has all of the kits or all of the clubs included in it, plus that little add-on die. It comes at a great price point. All of the clubs do, but that one, the price is surprisingly low. So yeah, check it out. Everything will be linked in the description. Now, this is the first, well, it's not the first card I made with it, but this is probably the best card to show you for the first one, because this is what is meant to be made with this honeybee jar. You get a little jar. I made a shaped card out of this, which is really easy to do. And I have that little cloth lid on it, which I watercolored a little bit. And then all the die-cut flowers and the little bee. All of those flowers are also included in the large die of the month, so even just the flowers are worth it to me. I really love it. There is a little tag included as well, so a little tag die, which says "Hi Bee" if you include the sentiment, but I think it would be fun to stamp a little sentiment on there as well, or write a little message for the recipient too. So that would be cool as well. So this is what it was designed to make, I guess. Now, the second jar I made with it, I used a little die from, or a little die set from the Crafty Advent calendar of the past year. So just some strawberries, because I thought this little bubbly red liquid in an unspecified jar looked a little suspicious. So I thought the strawberries would make it a little bit more clear that it was jam and not something, weird. I did also use the wax seal of the month on this, and it's a really good wax seal. I wanted to include it on a card because I think it's fun to include wax seals on cards, but on a card design. But I think this would be really fun to put on the back of a card or on your envelope as well, which is less exciting to show, but it just says "Made with Love." So it's a really versatile wax seal. The wax seal of the month does include some wax beads. Mine came with the royal blue wax beads, but I think it depends on the stock they have, which color you get each month. I don't think everyone necessarily gets the same color of wax beads, but you do get a little package of wax beads each month as well. So that's fun too. So that's the wax seal of the month club included here with the large die of the month. And then this is probably my favorite card I made with it, actually. And I do love these. I really, really like that jar. I think it would be really fun for Halloween cards as well. But I used the add-on die here, so that little honey dipper from the Deluxe Caboodle, and I just built a wreath around it. This is from the Garden Wreath die set. which was released in September or October of last year, and it's a really great basic die set to have if you like making wreaths or even just any floral arrangement. So I used the large flowers from the large die of the month and the little bee, and then that add-on die. This honey dipper is actually a little bit taller. I cut it down. I just made it a little shorter to fit the wreath a little better. Now, when I was done with the card, I realized that I could have just left it as is and it would have actually looked better, but yeah, you know, can't undo the glue there. So, but yeah, the honey dipper is a little bit larger or taller. So that is the large die of the month from Spellbinders. It is a great subscription to have, and a little bit more about these subscriptions actually. You can cancel them anytime. I was subscribed, so right now I'm receiving them for free from Spellbinders, which I am very, very grateful for. But I was subscribed to them last year, and I didn't buy every club every month, or I didn't buy the club that I was subscribed to every month. So I was subscribed to the large die of the month, to the BetterPress of the month for a couple of months. But you get the opportunity to cancel your subscription before, I think it's before the 5th of each month. If you cancel before then, you won't get charged and you won't get the club kit. So you won't get the product, you won't get charged, and you won't get stuck with product that you're not going to use, because some of the dies are not for everyone. Like this jar, I love it. I think it's so adorable. But not everyone is going to use a jar die a lot. I can imagine me making a lot of cards with this. But yeah, it's not for everyone, so you could cancel your subscription that month and just resubscribe the month after. All you have to do is, I think you have to make a new subscription. Maybe I'll make a video if I manage to figure out how to screen record on how to get the subscriptions on the Spellbinders website, because I think that would be useful. But yeah, you don't have to get every month, even if you're subscribed. All you have to do is remember to cancel in time. So what I did last year, because I'm terrible with those things, I just had a reminder on my phone to check the clubs on, I think it was the 1st of the month. I checked the clubs, and if I liked them, I just left my subscription as is. And if I didn't like them, I canceled my subscription that month. So it's really easy to do. You won't get charged extra or anything if you cancel it. So yeah, I think it's a great subscription because it's a great price point as well. This is a huge die set and they don't charge a lot for it. Now on to the next one. This is the BetterPress of the month of January. It's called Poppy Greetings. It has 3 press plates in it. So you have that large poppy press plate. You can see it fills up an A2 card quite nicely. And then you have 2 sentiments. One says thank you and one says best wishes. I love BetterPress. I am absolutely BetterPress obsessed. I much prefer it over stamping because it has that unique feel to it, because it presses into the paper. I love that. And also you can foil with this. Now Spellbinders does have a Glimmer of the Month subscription kit as well. And I could have chosen that to promote instead, but I much prefer the versatility of BetterPress, because you can stamp with it, well, BetterPress with it, which is essentially just a stamp, really, except that it has that letterpress effect. So you could use it as a fancy stamp, which I did here, but you can also glimmer with it. So you basically get 2 for 1, which is always good. Always great. I used it in 2 very different looks. One I colored with my colored pencils for a really bold look. And then this one I did some really loose watercoloring over that hot foil image. I love both. I wouldn't be, well, maybe I love that slightly better. But yeah, you can get both looks very easily with the BetterPress of the month. So I think that's a great subscription to get, but I am absolutely obsessed with all things BetterPress, so maybe I'm a little biased there. Now last but absolutely not least, we have 2 more subscription kits here. I always love a good embossing folder, so I have the 3D embossing folder of the month here, and then the small die of the month. Now, I say small die, but I'm always surprised every single month, because I was subscribed to this one as well last year. I was always surprised how not small this small die of the month is. There is so much included in it. Like, this is a very large floral image. It easily fills up the card, and those are just some of the dies in this kit or club. Like, I haven't even used these little berries, and the birds are all on here. So yeah, this is called Sitting Pretty. It is actually designed to fit the birds in the large flower, so they sit inside of the flower. I think it's adorable. But I thought, well, everyone is going to show that, so I wanted to show a little bit of a different inspiration here. Now, on both of these, I also used the Efflorescent Flora 3D embossing folder of the month as well, which is absolutely stunning. I really want to paint this because it's very detailed. Like, some of the flowers are super small, but most of the images are quite large. So I think this would be not too challenging to paint, actually. I can't wait to paint this. I hope I have the time before the month is up so I can still show you that in time. But yeah, this is the 3D embossing folder of January, and then the small die of the month. So here I used just the little birds, having them peek through that little window. That foiled sentiment is from the Inside Card Glimmer sentiments, which has beautiful sentiments in there. They're all a little bit longer. This is actually one of the shorter ones in the set. They're mostly intended to use on the inside of your cards, but sometimes I like a little bit more text on the front of the card as well. And this, like I said, is the small die of the month, that huge flower or 2 of the flowers in there. And then this sentiment is from, ooh, what's it called? Let me check if I still have that open. Yes, I do. This is the Serenade sentiments from Spellbinders. I love the font. Most of the sentiments in that set are about gratitude because it was a fall sentiment set. But yeah, it's perfect. It's such a beautiful font, and there are shadow dies included. I have not used a lot of shadow dies recently. I've stepped away from them a little bit, even though they're very useful sometimes, but I think just a little scripty font can be fun too. Now, these are all the clubs that I get to promote for the month of January, and I thought it would be useful to mention the price points of these actually. So let's check. This is the small die of the month. As I said, it's still quite a large die set, and this goes for $15, which I think is a great price point because these flowers you can use on any card. I am definitely going to use these on a lot more cards. Then you have the large die of the month, which is $27.50 each month. But again, you can cancel at any time, which is great. We have the BetterPress of the month, which is $25 each month. And then what else do we have? The wax seal of the month, which comes with a packet of wax beads. And a wax seal, of course. This is $22.50 each month. And then the final thing, last but absolutely not least, is the 3D embossing folder of the month, which is $15. Now, sometimes these clubs, when they haven't sold out to the ones who are subscribed to them, they become available for purchase just separately on the Spellbinders website after the month is over. So maybe if you're lucky, if you wait, these clubs become available in January just for purchase. However, they are going to be a lot more expensive then. This price is a special price for if you're subscribed to the clubs. If you buy them after the month is over, if they're still available, then they're going to be more expensive. Now, if you can't choose between any of these clubs if you want them all and more, because there's also a normal embossing folder of the month, there's a glimmer of the month, there is a stencil of the month since recently, there's a clear stamp and die of the month. What else is there? I think that's actually it. Oh no, there's also a stitching die of the month, which is very fun as well. If you want all of that together, you can get it all in the Deluxe Caboodle for $120, which is a 60% discount on all of the clubs, which is insane. Yeah, and you also get that little bonus item which is this honey dipper this month. So really, really fun. I can't wait to see what you all make with these clubs. I think the Spellbinders Clubs are always really inspiring because they're most of the time very unique, like this little jar. And yeah, I can't wait to see what you all make with them. I hope you like the clubs. I hope you like my cards and this little overview. If you want to see how I made these little cards with the small die of the month, you can check it out in the description below. There will be a link to that tutorial video as well. I also have 2 blog posts up today, or maybe just one, listing all the products that I used here, which can be helpful as well. So yeah, I hope you liked the video, I hope you liked the cards, and I hope you subscribe so I can see you next time as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!